Captain Clo Montoniedo. Middle blocker number 1, Mitch Gamit. Opposite hitter number 9, Kale Pascual. Middle blocker number 13, Shaira Ancheta. Reinforcement outside spiker number 15, Asakata Maru. And outside spiker number 22, Wypril Tapia. And their starting libero is number 11, Jen Zeta. Head coach for Zus Coffee is Cherry Yee. And now the starters for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Middle blocker number 7, team captain Madi Matayag. Outside spiker number 1, Isa Molde. Setter number 3, Tina Wong. Middle blocker number 8, Micah Ortiz. Opposite hitter number 10, Kat Tolentino. Reinforcement outside spiker number 20, Zoe Paki. Starting libero number 16, Thang Ponce. And the head coach for Choco Mucho is Dante Alinsunurin. This match is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Zus Coffee versus Choco Mucho. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
And here we have our starters for the Zus Thunderbelles. Familiar faces. We've just seen these ladies extend a set previously. Meanwhile, we have the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, the starters, very familiar faces, the usual suspects. We did discuss in the pregame how both these teams are still with us at the moment, and both of them would try and get their first win in today's match.
And we're all set for this matchup. A couple of changes for both squads and the starters, which is needed probably, Anne, because they're trying to search for that first win. Kailangan mo maghanap ng ibang rotation, I guess, for you to find the right formula.
And they start off. We have Zus Coffee getting that point.
First point of the match is Zus Coffee.
Both teams having played 2 games each. Choco Mucho in their last matchup against Akari lost in a reverse sweep fashion, which the Chargers did again earlier against Petrogas. This time, Zus Coffee will set up the play, back set. Wong sets up their reinforcement. Faki, play continues. Tapia making her first start. Wong sets up Tolentino, who also came off the bench last game. Gets the starting nod for Coach Dante. It's a long rally ongoing for the second point. It's still alive. Both teams playing good defense. And it ends with a violation from Choco Mucho as we send this to Lexi Rodriguez for this report. Lexi?
Well, Dip and Ann, you know, the beauty of the PVL is that it not only showcases the talented local players, but we also bring in the international stars and show them the spotlight here in the Reinforced Conference. I had the chance to speak with Zoe Faki, who also shared her love for volleyball began at the age of 11 and has only grown stronger since. She said that despite the tough loss to Akari, she emphasized the importance of mental toughness, which is a lesson that she holds dear to her heart. You know, before our conversation ended, Zoe had a heartfelt message to the fans. That is to celebrate their victories, but in their moments of defeat. It's really nice and really great if they lift them up too. It's what keeps them going because their encouragement turns setbacks into comebacks. Now, to catch all the thrilling action and heartfelt moments of the PVL, make sure to tune in to the Pilipinas Live app. You can experience every spike, every save, and every story from the comfort of your home. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos a month. Now back to you, Dipanan.
Thank you, Lexi. Well, speaking of celebrations, that point should be celebrated as Zoe Faki gets a service ace. And she ties the game up at 2-all here in the opening set.
You know, that just as we expected, we knew that both these teams will really try to start aggressively.
What they're doing here in set number 1. Zus Coffee so far holding on to the slim lead. They've led the entire way so far in the early goings of this match. Wong back sets to Tolentino. That is sent back by Tamaru.
It's not just about floor defense. Look at this net defense. Well read by the blockers of Zus Coffee.
Wong will set up Molde. That's straight to Tapia. Mondoñedo pumps it to Tamaru. Faki does the same to pick it up. Molde again. Tapia with another save. Tamaru attacks and scores. And the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles are up by 3 points.
Got attacked right on that sweet spot.
5 serving 2.
Zus Coffee looking good so far. 5-2. Tina goes back to Isa. Goes far, and that's too long.
They are asking for a check, but our officials call us final. No challenge as well.
6 serving 2.
This is now a 4-point lead for the Thunderbelles. Once the first ball, they go to Tolentino. The dive by Tapia leads to another possession for Choco Mucho. They redo it, and finally Molde scores. And this spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin', pasalubong ng bayan. You like how Tina kept going to Isa Molde, giving her the chances to score.
And you know that mentally, that is actually something that's good. Ano? The setters giving confidence to their attackers. Hindi mo nakuha minsan, you can try and do it again.
Now Molde wasn't able to score in their last game where she saw action in 3 sets, all off the bench. She goes for a drop. Set back by Ancheta. A lot of hands on the net. And this one will be called against Ancheta.
Four serving 6.
Ortiz will serve. They're down by 2 points after scoring back-to-back. A good save by Faki. Good reflexes. A setup by Mondoñedo to Tamaru. And she scores another one.
So far, great distribution on the side of Zus Coffee.
7 serving 4. Serving China Ancheta.
Ancheta, the rookie out of Adamson. And that one will be another point for Zus Coffee, and it brings us to our first technical timeout.
For Zus Coffee, 4 for Choco Mucho.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena as we take a look at Miko Halili of Signal TV, head of sports and content. Enjoying the action, we also have Sir Ricky Palou, head of sports vision. Jacob Lau. And Coach Shota as well of Farm Fresh. And Mars Alba.
Shocked to see herself. No, but it's good to see a lot of people really enjoying our games today.
8-4 is the score. Wong goes middle. Oh, good save. Loan able to get to that. Madayag's attack was saved as well. Back set to Tolentino. Picked up. Oh, mishandled by Tapia. And Choco Mucho will get a point.
Right now, Wong trying to make sure that all her frontliners are active.
5-8. Mondoñedo goes back to Gamit. Checked. Oh. The play continues. Faki with a dig. Molde doesn't get it. Zeta will bump. Tamaro will attack. Off the block. And that's the point for the Thunderbelles.
So far, so good for the Thunderbelles. Nothing fancy at this moment, Dip. No? Everything that they're doing is just really being very efficient, especially for the attackers. But likewise, their floor defense is also good and on point.
And you can't underestimate, even if this is a team that's playing their first conference in the PVL. Some of them have played for different teams. And we can see the chemistry amongst these players. Molde at the cleanest of hits. Tapia sets up Tamaru. Try to go long. And it's a point.
This long attacks landing right there at the end line.
It's going to be an easy over.
First ball issues for the Flying Titans.
Tina back sets to Madayag. And Angeles tried to save it. To no avail as Madayag gets that point. Still a 4-point lead for Zus Coffee here in set number 1. Mondoñedo sets up Tamaru. Clips the net. Wong chases. Goes to Faki. That's way out.
Ball is out.
It's a little bit of a struggle here on the side of the Flying Titans. We did talk about the reinforcement for both teams today. Tamaru with a good, strong start. We have yet to see that for Faki.
Tamaru has averaged 20 points per game. In the past 2 games, she had 17 in their first match where they faced Petrogas, lost in straight sets. Against Signal, though, she scored 23, where they were able to get 1 set.
Ooh. Nice shot there by Gamit. This is all about finding those unmanned spaces on the other side of the path. Not the strongest hits that you would see.
Back to a 5-point lead. Wong had to alter the play there. Tamaru went for the attack, but it came up short.
Serving for the Flying Titans, Tina Wong.
Tina Wong heads to the service line. Her team down by 4. Cloan sets up Tapia. Flies, but set back by Tolentino.
Excellent net defense.
Kat Tolentino making her first start here in the reinforced conference after missing out last all-Filipino. Tapia on the off-speed. Amaru picks it up. Back row. Saved by Molde. Wong tosses. Faki. Picked up by Asaka. And nice play for Flo Mondoñedo. Smarts to go for that one.
Good court sense, seeing that corner.
Thirteen to 9. Zoe checked. Wong, Ortiz. Now with the black shirts. Ponce picks it up. Tina sets up Faki. Play continues. Tolentino will try. Still nothing for Choco Mucho. They go middle. Excellent defense played by the Thunderbelles. And a high free ball given up. Ponce, steady hands. Tina back sets to Kat. Wala pa rin. Battle of the net. Play continues. Long rally. Almost a miscue. Saved. Zus Coffee trying all their luck. Longest rally of the game so far. Who will get the point? No chase. Oh!
That is out. Bawal mapagod. Bawal mapagod din ang sabi nila. But you gotta give it to both teams. Excellent coverage, excellent defense.
Tapia just getting it off the hands of Kat Tolentino for that point. And a timeout called by Choco Mucho.
Kailangan lang push yung opensa natin, ha? Opensa, ha? Tandaan lang. Ha? Discarding sa ginagawa, spacing up, siguro mo, buhay minute ha? O, sige, continue na sa ginagawa. Yung effort, tuloy lang din, ha? Tuloy. Sige, sige.
Let's go, guys! Choco Mucho!
Sir Frank Lau also in attendance, team owner of Zus Coffee. Must be happy with how the team is showing out here in the first set, Anne.
And you see a lot of composure from the Thunderbelles, at least as they start this first set. Very good coverage. You see how they're able to read the attacks of Choco Mucho.
Oh, and it's just a service ace coming from Flo Mondoñedo.
This has been a problem for Choco Mucho here in the first set. Their reception seems to be a bit troubled right there.
Now a 6-point game. Wong goes to Faki. All power on that one. Saved though. After that solid stop. Tapia again flies and scores. She is contributing a lot here for the Thunderbelles as we get to the second technical timeout. Zus Coffee up by 7. Suportahan natin ang mga atletang Pilipino sa Olympic Games Paris 2024. Watch the games live from July 26 to August 11 on One Sports Plus, RPTV, TV5, and on the Pilipinas Live app. Isang taong laban para sa bayan. The opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games in Paris just happened last night. Nagpuyat ka rin ba, Ann, to watch it?
Hindi nga eh. Mamaya ako.
Sa replay.
Go and watch the replay. But for now, we have to commend Zus Coffee, the Thunderbelles, in showing great composure as they go up against a more veteran squad in Choco Mucho. Oh!
That's a good response after the break coming from Zoe Faki.
Well, there is some urgency at this point. The Thunderbelles have been enjoying a big lead as we look at that drop.
10-16. The push by Pascual. Wong will set up the play. Molde attacks and scores. And back-to-back points for the Flying Titans. Trying to spark a run. Down to a 5-point lead for the Thunderbelles. Good first ball. And leads to that play, the soft touch. Coming from April Tapia.
She is showing us how smart she is as an attacker. We've seen quite a few strong hits earlier. Pero pinapakita niya that she really is reading the defense on the other side.
Tapia did not score in her debut against Petrogas, had 9 in their game against Signal, which got her the starting nod from Coach Jerry, and she is showing why. Play continues. Molde, and it is rejected. Set back by Gail Pascual. Solid block on that play. We talked about Gail Pascual at the top of the coverage, how she was the next factor in that previous match. And kailangan din, after again, Tapa went down on that injury. Chance here for Zus Coffee. They set up the play. Oh, this time it's Choco Mucho's turn to get the block.
Well, they're loving that point. Feel good. It was a single block.
Twelve to 18. Mondoniedo tosses it. Tamaru going for the far corner, and that's inside. Masintado ni Tamaru yung court.
Just right there at the end line. For the defender, seemed like it was also on its way out. It was a bit high.
Good serve. Leads to another chance. Ball. Tapia tosses. Tamaru clips the net. Tina back sets to Kat. Ancheta with a save. Claw goes to Tapia. Tolentino. A save by April, but not enough to control that one.
Better conversion we're seeing from Choco Mucho, despite the fact that they're still having a bit of trouble on their first ball. And also some substitution at this point.
Santiago Manabat checks in along with Mars Alba for the first time. So let's see what they can provide off the bench for Coach Dante Alinsunurin. What a hit. What a save by Ponce. Middle. Alba bumps. Din. Return to sender by Tamaru.
Tamaru seeing that's not gonna go through.
Alba goes middle. Madayag was checked. Oh, that's a tough one. Play continues, says our officials. Back with the Flying Titans. Isa waits for it. Angeles with a nice save. Back row from Tapia. Mars. Medyo binitin ni Maddie dun. Had to alter. Back and forth once again. Santiago Manabat. Mondoñedo had to chase. This will end up as a free ball. Alba looks at her options. Goes to Dindin. Zus Coffee will attack. Tamaro for the super spike.
Always delivering for the Thunderbelles.
Look at that play. Flo Mondoñedo going to the reinforcement, and Aska Tamaru gets it and forces Choco Mucho to call for their final timeout.
Spacing tayo dito. Ha? Okay? Guys, yun nga. Sinasabi ko, nakaka-depensa tayo, nakaka-receive. Pero hindi nakakapatay. Guys, tiwala lang. Kapag may kumapalok, over kayo, tiwala din sa kumakover. Ha? O, sige, sige, sige.
Isa pa rin. Isa pa rin.
Pasensya. Tsaga.
Let's go, let's go. Eh, Choco Mucho.
Eight-point lead here for the Thunderbelles.
Coach Dante, I think, looking for a bit more aggressiveness from the ladies in purple. They've adjusted a bit with their defense and their passing, as he pointed out, but they're unable to close and get a point.
Molde attacks and scores.
Good response after that huddle.
High free ball. Ponce picks it up. Alba. Back sets to Dindin. Naibalik. Alba will send it over. The running attack, and it works.
Excellent call for Mondoñedo to set up that running attack. Single blocker for that play.
For the Thunderbelles, Asa Katamaru.
.22 serving 14, and that's inside. It's an ace.
What can she not do is the question. She's been doing everything here in the first set.
Narinig niyo yung Pilipinas live question eh.
Oo, sabi niya, let me answer that.
Tanong, yung which reinforcement will deliver an all-around performance. She is doing it all right now for the Thunderbelles. And another one for Mitch Gamit and Zus Coffee are at set point. It's a 10-point lead for the Thunderbelles, and they only need one to draw first blood. And another one! Another ace for Asa Tamaru. And the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles take set number one. Another surprise moment, but we've seen how Zus Coffee have played the past two games, and they showed that they can keep up with the best of them.
And you know, this is indeed a very good start for them in this match tonight. A lot of composure, a lot of focus and presence of mind being shown.
And they take the first set, 25-14. We'll be back with set number 2 after this break. back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig for the matchup between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans and the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles. Let's take a look at the highlights of what happened there. And let's recap what happened there and how did Zus Coffee get set number 1?
You know, it was an impressive start for the Thunderbelles. They did everything on point from their defense, at the back, also at the net, and even their conversion of points. Everybody active on the side for the ladies in black as we look at the numbers for set number 1. And here, Dip, clearly we can see, ito rin yung point ni Coach Dante kanina, no, that Choco Mucho needs to convert more points. They only scored 8 in that last set, double meanwhile for the Thunderbelles. And in terms of attack efficiency, 25% for the Thunderbelles. Choco Mucho only at 13%. So quite a number of things that they need to look at going into the second set.
But the Thunderbelles must feel good after that set 1 win over last conference's finalists. As we welcome you all back to our coverage here on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco together with Anne Remulia Canda covering this match, and Lexi Rodriguez helping us out on the sidelines with the updates and reports.
Ooh, I thought it was gonna go over. But luck not on her side that time.
She played well in set number 1, so maybe Coach Jerry will be a bit lenient on that mistake of Tapia. So we see Tobino as well making an entry here in set number 2. Sharp attack. Tamaru, and she gets the lead back for Zus Coffee.
Look at that. Letting the ball pass through the right side of Santiago.
Ancheta with a serve. Molde. That's high up. Doniedo back sets. Pascual's attack picked up by Wong. Somebody touched the net on the side of the Flying Titans, and point for Zus Coffee.
Sadly, these violations really not really help their cause. At this point, I think mentally, what they also need to do is kind of psych the Thunderbelles. They are the more veteran team, but you know, even luck is on the side of Zus Coffee.
4 serving 1.
Flying Titans a bit quiet, feels a bit tense as well entering the second set.
Yeah. And Zus Coffee taking advantage of that. 3-point lead. Cut down as Santiago Manabat gets a point, and we send this to Lexi Rodriguez for this report. Lexi?
Well, Dip and Ann, you know, this may not be the expected outcome for the Uber shirts, but obviously the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles, they're here to deliver that thunderstruck performance, and Asaka Tamaru is poised to make it happen. Asaka actually told me that she's actually faced some challenges with a slight decline on her performance. However, her dedication and determination have never wavered. She shows up every day, ready to give her all, embodying the spirit of resilience. Asaka shared with me that she believes in the power of perseverance and hard work. It's not just about the highs, it's about pushing through the lows with resilience, she said. Now, to witness Asaka's relentless spirit and all of the electrifying action of the PVL, tune in to the Filipinos Live app that is available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos a month. So let's get back to this exciting match with Zus Coffee leading 1.
Thank you, Lexi, for that report. And right on cue, as you were talking about Tamaru, well, she is no stranger to Philippine volleyball. She was here just last year. Laro siya ng Invitational Conference and champion siya. And she is bringing that championship experience to the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles.
So far, we did mention the composure on the side of the Thunderbelles, but also, I think ito yung response na hinihintay natin from Choco Mucho. No? They allowed the Thunderbelles to get a big lead in the first set, pero ngayon they're trying to make sure that didikit sila, at least on the start of the second set. And we have Molde, we have Manabat helping them out with that.
Yeah, in set number 1, and Choco Mucho ever got a taste of the lead. It was Zus Coffee all the way. And they're showing why with these plays, scrambling, saving the ball. Another chance for them to attack. What a play!
Great chemistry we are seeing here for the Thunderbelles.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan. Pasalubong from Mitch Gamit. 2-point game. Wong ups it to Molde. Goes down the line and answers right back. Molde has been a bright spot for Choco Mucho with 6 points, leading all scorers of the Flying Titans. She heads to the service line. Klo sets up the play. Good save from Tang Ponce. And Tobino breaks the block.
Dante hoping that this set of players will give them the win here in the second set. So far, a good start.
Pinalasan na niya, no?
Oh, and you know, it is finding the right mix of players, really. And yun din naman ang ginagawa nila sa training, getting to see who would work this time around, but unable to pick that up. Zus Coffee continues to be aggressive with their offense.
But they don't allow Choco Mucho to get the lead here in set number 2. Gamit with the serve. Wong sets up Tobino again. Boys trying to go for that same play, but this time it's out. When we get to the first technical timeout, Zus Coffee up by 2. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, and the fans of the Flying Titans and the rest of the volleyball fans, the PVL in attendance here, joining us on a Saturday night triple header action. 2 games a while ago. Right before this, a reverse sweep by the Akai Chargers. We've done it back-to-back twice now here in the reinforced conference. And that's going to be a point for Royce Tobino.
Tobino has helped shift at least a bit of the momentum on the side of the Flying Titans here in the second set.
Okay yung bunot sa kanya
Oh.
ni Coach Dante so far. And she goes up once again and scores another one.
Right on cue. It's probably also good that she was watching by the sidelines in the earlier set.
Deadlock at 8-all here in set 2. Madayag with the serve. Low had to chase. Tapia. Mishandled by Tobino. She goes for the attack. Tapia again flies. Molde able to defend that one. Back row from Tamaru, and down it goes.
Really doesn't matter where she is. Look at this. Against Molde, letting the ball pass through the two blockers of the Flying Titans.
Wong back sets to Ortiz. Classic Micah Ortiz on that running spike. Klo to Tapia. Wong able to save it. He bumped it to Royce. Tried to go for the end of that line, but it went long. And waiting if they would challenge, but decide not to. Zus Coffee talagang ayaw bitawan yung lamang.
But, you know, this is showing us, because they are the younger team. Looking at both teams here, we can say that they are the younger team. But so far, I think what we are seeing is, you know, good response. And again, right on cue. Ito yung hindi mo pinapalagay. Commit an error, your opponent scores against you, but you find a way.
Yeah.
You don't dwell on that point of Choco Mucho.
They are able to execute their plays properly, sticking to their system, talking about the Thunderbelles. But Tapia, that's her second service error here in the set. Markado na yan kay Coach Jerry.
Oo, markado na yan. But, you know, for Choco Mucho, some room, of course, score more points as they get this serve. And again, this is a much better set for them. Hindi masyadong malaki yung kalamangan for Zus Coffee.
What about that one? Medyo simple na lang yun for Ancheta. Just went for the open spot. And able to score.
That defensive position, I think it has to, they have to adjust. Talking about the Flying Titans.
Babawi yung Choco Mucho, courtesy of Isa Molde. One-point game. Tapia with a good first ball, leads to the middle. Ortiz able to pick it up. Santiago Manabat doesn't get it. Tamaru goes to claw for that free ball. Marayag, the save by Mondoñedo. Pascual again. Ortiz being tested with their floor defense. Zeta will bump it to the other side. Tamaru. Oh, Ortiz. 3 straight saves. And it leads to that point for Isa Molde.
Molde is the bright spot of the Flying Titans, scoring the most number of points in this match.
What about Micah Ortiz?
Showing her
Sweeping the floor.
defensive skills. Diba? But you know, that's exactly what they need. We've been seeing Zus Coffee really finding these open spots on their side.
And she serves once again. Mondoñedo goes middle. That was a quick one to Mitch Gamit.
Nice quick setup. And you know, this is the advantage. If you get a good first ball, easier to set up and really execute these fast plays.
Wong tries the same. And the same result to Madayag.
I think she felt no, hindi tumama ng sakto yung bola, but then again, it's still a point. Fell into the right spot on the other side.
So they'll take that point and have another deadlock at 13 all. Tapia misreceives. Chance here for the Flying Titans. Wong goes to Molde again. And the Flying Titans get their first lead of the game.
Molde carrying the load right now.
fans of the Flying Titans cheering them on. Montoniedo goes back row. Oh, and Pascual just gets it through.
With a little bit of help from the net, a bit of redirection there, changing the pace of that ball.
Tabla ulit tayo. Tamaru will serve. Wong was the mole they had to take an extra step. Good save by Tapia. Wong goes middle this time. And that is enough for a point for Maddie Madayan. Avoiding the block there. Going wide. And it worked. 15-14. Montoniedo sets up the play to Tapia. Goes back for another one. Tina to Turbino. Saved. Montoniedo went for the attack. Wala pa rin. Gamit tried. Tamaru with a save. Back with Zus Coffee. Turbino gets a touch. Dug up by Santiago Manabat. And Zeta unable to save that one. Another point for Lois Turbino. And that leads us to the second technical timeout. Choco Mucho up by 2. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena. And from the break, fans exchanging chants. At buhay na buhay dito sa set number 2, and it has been tight all throughout this set. 5 deadlocks to be exact. But the Flying Titans hoping to maintain this lead against the Thunderbelles. Wilder with a short serve. Flo had to bump it. Tapia. Straight to Ponce. Turbino. Zeta was right there for the pickup. Wong. Upset. Tamaru. Right place, right time. April again. Santiago Manabat. And Wong got a touch. But Choco Mucho not there for the third one.
Tapia. She's found her rhythm. Alam na niya, no? It's getting points off the block. That despite having tall blockers in front of her.
Oh, that's inside. Mitch Gamit joining in on the ace party. Wong goes to Royce. Naibalik. Back to Turbino. And this time it works.
Turbino, 5 points in this set alone.
Off the bench. Oh, and an ace. Maddie Madayag fired up after that one.
Timeout, Zus Coffee.
That one just dropping on the side of Zus Coffee, and Coach Jerry will call for time.
Guys, isa-isahin natin ha. 2 strikers na lang kayo. Tago ka na lang. Let's go! You receive.
Timeout called by the Thunderbelles as they fall behind by 2 points here in set number 2. Madayag coming off a service ace prior to that timeout.
Still serving, Maddie Madayag.
18 serving 16.
Ooh, too strong for Madayag.
Those are the things you hope for after a timeout, right?
Definitely not within your control. We're talking about Zus Coffee, but they'll take it anyway. And sometimes ganyan din yung magiging effect, ano? You kind of ice the momentum on the other side.
Oh, the running hit coming from Micah Ortiz twice now. She has scored for the Flying Titans.
We'd like to see more of that. They've been heavily relying on their outside hitters. Not so much on the opposite spiker as well as their middle.
Ancheta. Oh, that doesn't go over. And point awarded to the Flying Titans, who are now up by 3 points. Dina Wong will serve. A short one. Mondoñedo goes to Pascual. Molde saves it. Here comes Tubino. And down it goes.
She has been instrumental in getting Choco Mucho this lead here in the set.
Look at that spike coming from Tubino. And it forces Zus Coffee to call their final timeout here in the set.
Pasa muna tayo. Pasa maayos. Kalma lang, kalma lang. Let's go, let's go.
Biggest lead so far for the Flying Titans. At 4 points. Asaka Tamaru to rotate once more and enter the front line. But not yet, says Dina Wong, who delivers an ace.
Right now, all things going right for Choco Mucho.
5-point lead. Wong able to save it. Tubino, and another one.
It would be very interesting to see her attack efficiency. Would be pretty high. We're talking about Tubino.
6-point lead for the Flying Titans. They go to Pascual. They slow the ball down. Pinned in. It's short. And that halts the run of Choco Mucho.
That went straight into the net, but you know they can still manage to smile. They have a comfortable lead at the moment.
We see the entry of Dolly Versosa here in set number 2, trying to go for serving duties. And what a time to enter the game for Dolly Versosa and get an ace.
Look at that floater.
That is the best outcome you can get from fielding in your service specialist. Player you want to get a points in. Wong goes middle to Ortiz and sneaks one in to the Choco Mucho at set point.
You know, this set feels much lighter for the Flying Titans. You see them smiling. Ortiz also loving that set.
Rubino with a serve. Ponce tosses, Din. That is wide. Oh, everyone holding their breaths in that moment.
They're 1 point away in closing this set.
Pati si Coach Jerry naging animated na
Oh,
rin.
eh. It's usually very quiet, very reserved.
We see the entry of rookie Nika Yandok from Adamson. That good serve. Slowed down by Zus Coffee. The bump. A squall that is outside. And the Thunderbelles will want to challenge. But they won't, as Choco Mucho will take set number 2. As we take a look at what happened here, the emergence of Royce Tobino in the second set. Getting the points, a lot of those here in the second set for her, and 7 in total for Tobino to lead the Flying Titans in this set 2 win. We'll be back with the third one after this break. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. After a breather, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans tie things up one set apiece as they took set number 2, 25-20. Let's take a look at the highlights of what happened there. Dikit yung second set and before Choco Mucho pulled away, and we know who spelled the difference in that set number 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. They made some adjustments in the lineup, and we did mention her name a couple of times. Tubino seemed to be that spark plug that they needed in the second set, and we saw how in set number 1, 13% lang yung attack efficiency for Choco Mucho, and this has really turned around for them in set number 2. It has improved to 46%. And you know, that really spells the difference as we look at the numbers with their attacks. 19 points in set number 1. Meanwhile, Zus Coffee dito, they were silenced a bit, only 11 in terms of output for set number 2. But again, siguro for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, just one of the key things that they also need to look into as they go into the third set to minimize their errors.
Yeah.
Because there were still a few giveaway points right there.
They're looking at her, Ani Royce Tubino. Starting off here in set number 3, Asaka Tamaru was limited to just 3 points after scoring 10 in the first one. Only scored 3 in the second set. And we thank you all once again for joining us here on One Sports and on Pilipinas Live. And Tintin starts off with a rocket of a spike.
Tintin was a bit challenged in set number 2, so it's good to see how she is starting off better for the Flying Titans.
1-0 here. Antoniedo sets up the play. Verzosa gets a point. She came in late also in that second set, got an ace, and this time gets her first attack. Her leading scorer so far, Tamaru with 13, Molde with 9. Nasa loob na rin si Jaisel de los Reyes for the Thunderbelles as their middle blocker. She gets a touch on that one. Flo with the push. Saw that opening. Parang siya lang yung nakita nun. As Antoniedo able to get that point.
Well, I like her reaction after that point. Parang, parang pati siyang nagulat.
Well, that's a good serve. Angeles picks it up. They go to De Los Reyes. It trickles to the side of the Flying Titans. Ball is still alive. Mondoniedo ups it. Tamaru will score. The chance for us to send this to Lexi Rodriguez. Lexi.
Well, Dipanan, volleyball is as much about mindset as it is about skill, and the Flying Titans know this very well. You know what? This is what exactly they were reminded about in their last training day. And as you mentioned, this is the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. They were a bit more light, they were a bit more fun, and their demeanor was way better in the second set compared to the first. And you know, they were reminded that they must let determination be their loudest cheer. Tam Ponce told me that they can't afford to slack off even for a second, and she shared that enduring tough challenges at the start of the conference is far better than struggling at the end. But you know what? CC Rondina is actually in the house, fresh from the airport and fresh from her flight, so we're hoping that her presence will shine through the Titans and make them hungrier than ever. Well, you can catch the games and their team's fierce determination in action on the Pilipinas Live app, which you can download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos a month. Now let's get back to this exciting match.
Thank you, Lexi, for that report. Let's see if the Flying Titans will continue that demeanor. And why not? There's added inspiration with their teammate Cici Rondina supporting all the way. Dumiretso galing airport, no?
Oh, of course, to support her team. Now we have, I think we have a challenge.
There's a challenge by Choco Mucho in the last play for net touch.
They're asking for a challenge with the net touch.
Net touch.
Right now, it's a 1-point lead for the Thunderbelles here in set 3. But an early challenge called by Choco Mucho and Coach Dante Alinsanurin.
Flying Titans, as Lexi had reported, really a big shift in terms of their demeanor, in terms of the atmosphere for the ladies in purple. But, Zus Coffee having won the first set, Choco Mucho having won the second set. This third set would be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure both of them gustong makauna yan to win in, to get the first two sets. As we look at this replay, slow motion.
Oh, that was close. Mondoniedo's shoulder. Looking at it on the replay.
No net movement though. Sabi niya, nakalkula ko na yan. Always by the net.
Naiiwas yung ano eh.
Naiiwas eh. Walang galaw yung net. It was very steady. She is relieved.
Wala daw siyang naramdaman.
Wala siyang naramdaman, no?
2-point game. Molde goes up and it's a point for the Flying Titans. And this spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. Three serving four. They let that sail out. Good read for Zeta. Pascual will now serve for the Thunderbelles. It's a high serve there, and it drops right in. Maddie Madayag silently contributing here for Choco Mucho.
And I guess that's something that we expect already. If they get a good first ball, they will definitely set to the middle.
Isa-isa, but now Madayag has 6 points already. Nabawi si Mitch Gamit.
Against a single block, David able to get that through.
Tamaru with a serve. Wong. Oh! Sent back a single block for Dali Verzosa on Maddie Madayag. Timed that perfectly. Balik sa tatlo ang abante ng Zus Coffee. Royce straight to Angeles. Tamaru bumps it. Verzosa goes up. Sends that long.
Parang nalunod siya with that set.
Serving for the Flying Titans, Maddie Madayag.
5-7 is the score. Mondoniedo sets up Verzosa again. This time she is roofed. Tina Wong and Micah Ortiz working on that one.
Well-timed block against Verzosa.
Just a 1-point game. Mondoniedo tosses. Tapia was checked. Slowed down. Oh, Wong. Bit of hesitation there. Ay balik. Back with the black shirts. Back row from Tamaru. Saved by Madayag. Wong on the 1-2.
Oh.
But somebody touched the net. And it's Tapia who admits to it.
Oh, this brings them tied at 7.
No contest.
7-all.
Deadlock at 7-all here in the third set. Flo goes middle. Chance here for Choco Mucho. to take the lead. That's tight. Oh, good timing by Tobino. Chance for the Flying Titans once again. Royce. Zeta pops it up. Back row for Tamaru. Madayag also playing good defense. Oh, and that drops. Honey Royce, Tobino sends us to the first technical timeout, 8-7 in favor of Choco Mucho. Sama-sama tayo sa laban ngayong Olympic Games Paris 2024 with Signal. Panoorin ang mga laban sa tatlong exclusive channels at iba pa in high definition anytime, anywhere. Mag-subscribe lang sa Sports Action Pack for only 300 pesos. Nagsimula na yung Games in Paris 2024. Today, I believe our Filipina rower Joanny Delgado competed a while ago. And meron pang event si Caloyulo. So support our Filipino Olympians in the next 2 weeks as they try to bring home a medal for the country. Meanwhile, Tapia ties the game up at 8-all.
So much power in that attack. Ooh, well read for Ortiz.
Lead back with the Flying Titans. Take a look at that play once again. Mondoniedo, upset to Tapia. Rejected. Santiago Manaban sending that back.
Such a big advantage. Look at that. Towering over Tapia.
Mondoniedo had to chase. Flying Titans will set up the play. Royce picked up by Tamaru. She goes for that attack. Wong has been saving those loose balls. So is Zeta. Tamaru straight to Ponce. A chance for it. Din. High up. Tapia. O, pinadaan lang sa blockers. It worked for April Tapia.
She had to find a way, no? She's been marked. And Santiago just really using her height advantage.
Wong goes back to Royce, finding another opening. And Tobino now with 9 points.
So efficient in the outside hitter position.
Manchetta back, replacing Telos Reyes. That's one long for Tobino. So Neither team really establishing momentum here in the third set, and
It's been very close. Some response that we're seeing from Molde again.
and she continues to lead the Flying Titans in terms of scoring. Meron na siyang 12 points in the match.
We did commend the defense of the Thunderbelles earlier, but at this point, I think also the effort in terms of offense of the Flying Titans, really challenging the defense. And as I'm saying that, really changing up the return. Molde showing us it's not all about those strong attacks. Talagang kailangan hanapin yung butas sa depensa sa kabila.
Variation for Molde and a timeout called by Zus Coffee.
Let's go! Ikaw tayo. Ikaw tayo ang tapak ka na. Go, Shara. Hey! 1, 2, 3, yes!
Timeout called by the Thunderbelles as they are trailing by 3 points. Choco Mucho being more assertive on defense. You see that their net defense really put to the test here, but Tamaru gets another point to cut the lead down to 2.
Iman serving 13, serving for the Thunderbelles, Shaira Ancheta.
Molde, straight to Ancheta. Mondoñedo goes to Tamaru. Tubino with a steady save. Molde again. Tapia picks it up. Glo tosses it. Asaka again. And again, the blocking of Choco Mucho picking up.
Manabat loving that point.
14 serving 11. Flying Titans, Tintin Santiago Manabat.
Lead increases to 3 points for the Flying Titans. 14-11. Mondoñedo back sets to Pascual, transfers to the opposite, and it works.
Fast response from the Thunderbelles. And you see the effort, they're trying to ensure that they're not as predictable. They're struggling with the outside hitters because of Manabat blocking right there.
Wong sets up Madayag. And it drops.
Madayag through the ball.
Back to a 3-point lead for the Flying Titans. It's 15-12. Oh, that is short.
She knew it from her release.
So Ifaki, the bench of the Flying Titans.
Well, for Coach Dante, sticking with the same set of players that won them the earlier set. And so far, again, we just right on cue, Tubino has been that spark plug in the second set, and she is consistent up until here in the third.
As we get to the second technical timeout. inside the Phil Sports Arena. It's a 3-point advantage for Choco Mucho over Zus Coffee here in the third set.
The adjustments that were made on the side of Choco Mucho, something that is working for them right now. We see very consistent contributors as well, especially here at the front line.
Mondoñedo back sets. Nananapan lang ni Mitch Gamit, then found that spot. Nobody home for the Flying Titans in that play. Some clarifications on the rotation, I believe, which Dante Alinsunurin discussing with our first referee.
Tama, server. Right. Okay. Tama, server, ha? Okay.
Okay, that has been sorted
Tama,
out.
server. Tama, server. Sa manual.
Yeah, there's still
Tama yung server. Kasi ang server 15.
Sige.
Nasa dulo yung
Well, Coach Dante still discussing his case there. At tama naman yung server, pero it was the previous play that he was contesting.
But call has been made. Game is in play.
Rubino says, I got this.
Yeah, I got this. Sa atin pa rin to, sabi niya.
Relax ka lang, coach. Ako bahala.
Oh, bahala. She has been very steady. She's been very consistent.
11 points off the bench. Way short for Dina Wong.
We know Wong changes up her serve. May mga short serve, but not enough power on that one.
2-point game. Dindin is blocked. Sharon Cheta pleased with that rejection. Kanina pa niyang hinahanap yung stop na yun.
And why not? Look at that solid block.
Finally, she says, it's down to a 1-point game. Royce again. Angeles able to stop it. Had to backpedal, and Pascual rewarding her effort.
Ang ganda rin nun, no? It was a strong dig. But she found a way.
And timeout called by Choco Mucho.
ayos, sa offense. Ganun pa rin, same pa rin ang diskarte mo. Ipitin mo lang dito, huwag siya dito. Pag dito, nakakasunod eh. Pag dito, medyo malayo na. Nakakaintindihan? Sige, importante lang, makapasa tayo din. Yung stop natin na one stop tayo sa ginagawa natin. Ha? Sige, sige. Side out na, side out ha, side out ha.
Hey, Choco Mucho! Let's go,
Timeout called by the Flying Titans. As Zus Coffee making a mini run. Tying things up at 17 all. There have been 4 deadlocks and 2 lead changes here in set number 3.
And with that huddle dip, Coach Dante hoping to get a good response from the Flying Titans.
Good serve there by Zus Coffee, leads to the attack. Ponce bumps it, free ball given up by Dina. Oh, at the best possession there for Zus Coffee. Pagkakataon para sa Flying Titans. Oh, and it's kept alive by the Thunderbelles. Play continues. Royce Straight to Angeles. Mondoñedo back sets to Pascual. Wong was there for the pickup. Tubino again. Breaking the block and scores for the Flying Titans.
Again, I go back to the efficiency of Tubino. Every time she gets a set, almost always converted into a point.
They regain advantage. Flo tosses to the middle. Olde, the runner, off speed. Medyo mababa for Encheta. Oh, still playable. But the Thunderbelles sort of turned their backs already. Pero wala pang pito. Tintin will try. Scrambling for the ball. Tapia hits the antenna.
That was challenging for Tapia.
19 servings.
Nangihinayang doon yung coaching staff ng Zus Coffee because they shouldn't have stopped playing.
And I think the ultimate goal at this point is to make sure that they get to tie first with Choco Mucho and then eventually get the lead.
Royce also doing it on defense. Molde, here she goes. She picks it up. Tina sets up Tintin. And Santiago Manabat scores. Here come the Flying Titans, now up by 3 points. And display forcing Zus Coffee to call for another timeout.
One coach.
Nasa 4 ka. Huwag na kayo mag-switch nung ka. Kabila. Ha? Tuloy yan.
Zus Coffee still not out of it. But they're having a tough time stopping Royce Tubino.
I think what is different here in the third set as well is that more players are actively scoring. And, you know, Manabat for set number 3 has scored 4 points already.
Gil Pascual getting that one. And Ponce got the touch. Let's take a look at that play once again. Pascual with a powerful hit. Nakuha na ni Ponce. Eh, sabi niya, bakit mo binalik sa akin?
Oo nga, pinalik ulit. Checking lang kung kaya niyang kunin ulit.
Hindi pa ako nakakatayo ulit. Oh, Ancheta miscalculating. Mistiming that one.
For the Flying Titans, I think this is a very good response from the instructions of Coach Dante earlier. But Tamaru has something else in mind. She's been a bit quiet here in this set.
She has been a marked player after set number 1, where again she scored 10 points. Zus Coffee trailing by 2 points as
Delayed game warning issued against the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles.
the delay warning has been given to the Thunderbelles.
19 serving 21.
Serving the 13th overall pick in the last PVL draft, Ancheta. All day with that angle to avoid all players of Zus Coffee.
Gising na gising lahat ng attackers on the side of the Flying Titans. But, you know, we have been mentioning Molde. She has been that bright spot for the Flying Titans. Now, there are additional players. We mentioned natin si Tobino, even Santiago Manabat also joining the action, scoring here in the third set.
Tamaru slowed down. The check, play continues. Maddie again. Straight to Klo. Zeta will bump. Pascual goes up. Royce pops it up. Isa again. Boy pa. Free ball. Din. Wong to Molde. Off the block, hits the antenna, and another point for the Flying Titans.
But Molde go for that.
23 serving 19.
She is the top scorer for the Flying Titans.
15 puntos para kay Isa Molde in total. Montoniedo goes up to Tamaru. Oh, Tobino getting another save. Back with Zus Coffee. Ponce. Incredible pickup. Tamaru tries another. And set back. Dina Wong with that huge block. It went back to the side of the Thunderbelles, and now Choco Mucho is at set point. Klo, back sets. And Maddie Mariag finishes as she finds that open spot and gets set number 3 for the Flying Titans.
Great shift in momentum for the Flying Titans here in set number 3.
And you mentioned this lady right here, Isa Molde, with 15 points in total for Choco Mucho. A lot of those coming here in the third set. And they take this one. They're now up 2-1. As we get this short break, we'll be back with set number 4 right after this. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. And the Choco Mucho Flying Titans are now up 2-1 over the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles. Let's take a look at the highlights. Kanina, and it was Royce Tobino who did the scoring for the Flying Titans. This time around, Isa Molde helping her out.
That's right. Molde scoring 5 of her 15 points here in that last third set. But, you know, I think what really spelled the difference, apart from, you know, Molde performing very well, was that there were more people involved in scoring for the Flying Titans in set number 3, and they were able to maintain a good attack efficiency against Zus Coffee in that set as well.
We talked about the efficiency. Let's take a look at the numbers in that set number 3 again. The attacking of Choco Mucho, doing them well in that third set.
And you know, in the first set when they lost, that was exactly what Coach Dante had pointed out. Nakaka-receive sila, nakakakuha naman ng depensa, but really, they're unable to convert points. And you know, the adjustments, I guess, that they've made as well in their lineup, something that has worked for them. Even the body language you're seeing from the Flying Titans, so much lighter. You see them smile after, you know, getting a point.
First point is set 4 to the Flying Titans.
They bring it here to the start of set number 4, yung scoring na pinabanggit natin. And even the defending, the blocking, everything, gumagana na for the Flying Titans. Leading scores so far, Tamaru with 17. Molde right behind her with 15. Ponce sets up Din. Oh, that's a block coming from Gail Pascual.
If you're struggling with the floor defense, I think it is, but right that the blockers step up. Exactly what they're doing for Zus Coffee, but
no answers for Royce Tobino. Maybe Lexi has some answers as we send this to Lexi Rodriguez for this report. Lexi?
Well, Dipanan, the answer might just be the Thunderbelles might just need that shot of espresso to kickstart their rhythm after trailing for the past 2 sets. You know what? In the midst of this challenge, Gail Pascual shared that she's feeling content with her current position. With several conferences under her belt, she's seen significant improvement in her game, but she told me that more than her game, it's that attitude of hers that's improved from the first conference she was to this season. Gail feels that her growth and experience have prepared her well for moments like these as she continues to develop her skills and her confidence on the court. As she continues to develop these, fans can catch all the thrilling action and witness each player's journey unfold on the Pilipinas Live app for just 149 pesos. You can subscribe now and stay tuned in to every match as the Thunderbelles fight to turn the tide and hopefully make their comeback in this 4th set. Now let's turn it back to you, Dipanan.
Thank you, Lexi, for that report. Well, the Thunderbelles are still trailing by 2 points here in set number 4. A shot of espresso, a shot of that energy to be able to get back in this game, but ang hirap.
oh, that was a triple block. Of course, it is expected. She has been marked. Look at 3 people go for that block.
Serving for the Flying Titans, Micah Ortiz.
Mondoniedo goes to Gamit. Even that picked up by Micah Ortiz. And si Micah medyo natatawa with their saves.
One hand eh.
Gail Pascual from the back row.
Micah Ortiz, libero era. Yan ang tinatawag natin because of that. But Zus Coffee was able to get that point.
3 serving 5, serving Tali Versosa.
Sobra, too strong for Versosa.
Some wasted points for the Thunderbelles.
And service area, Dingding Santiago Manapat.
6 serving 3. Tamaru. That's out. Oh,
but there is a check.
Gets a full touch.
overruled by our first referee.
4-6, now serving Asa Katamari.
Score is 4-6 Wong. To Molde. And it's another point for Isa.
Isa Molde off the
How
ball.
can you even get that? Molde, very consistent right here for the Flying Titans.
She's got 16 points in total for Choco Mucho. That serve coming through. Pascual. Oh, Molde. Pops it up. Chance for Zus Coffee. Mondonyedo back sets. Gamit. That's long and out. As we get to the first technical timeout, Choco Mucho up by 4.
8 for Choco Mucho, 4 for Zus Coffee.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena. We're taking a look at the ladies responsible for the scoring output of the Flying Titans. Tobino, Molde, even Santiago Manabat doing her part here as they're giving Cloo, Mondonyedo, and the Thunderbelles a hard time in the past 2 sets.
And, you know, for these ladies, we're on the side of the Flying Titans. Hindi lang siya in terms of their scoring. We've also seen very impressive defense, both on the floor and at the net.
Just as you mentioned, floor defense really doing them wonders. Mondonyedo had to chase. Molde, hindi na kailangan gumalaw doon. Right place, right time. And Tobino knows where to send that ball for her 15th point of the match.
Subdivision. Zus Coffee, 9 down, 22. Tapia in.
Some change up here for the Thunderbelles, trying to find the right mix of players to be able to answer these strong attacks from Choco Mucho.
Nababasa ng Flying Titans. No matter what they give, Santiago Manabat picks it up. Zeta does the same. Mondonyedo tosses to Tapia. Had to use her offhand. It's out.
Off the net and out from Tapia.
Zus Coffee losing their grip here.
10 serving 4.
Doesn't help that everything that Choco Mucho is doing here in this set is on point.
And that can get frustrating for the Thunderbelles. May mga kahit anong atake nababasa ng Flying Titans. Mondonyedo, the 1-2. A dive by Ponce. Kept alive. Tamaru saves it. Play continues. Battle at the net. Saved by Zeta. Molde does the same. Wong sets up Tobino. And down it goes.
For Subino of the hand of Zeta. #11 serving 4.
Rubino already with 16 points
And the
in this game.
fans loving that action. And lahat yan and off the bench.
Oo. This is a good show of maturity and experience.
Binalik lang. Tapia scores. Much needed. Before this gets out of hand.
Tapia has struggled to get through the blockers of the Flying Titans.
5 serving 11, serving Mitch Gambit.
Oh, Royce Tobino. The powerful spike.
That is no struggle at all for Royce.
What a hit.
Look at that, so much power passed through the 2 blockers. It's not gonna help.
And it doesn't go over.
Attacker.
A point for Choco Mucho.
13 serving 5.
The lead has ballooned to 8. Tamaru. Madayag also playing good floor defense. And Royce Tobino gets another one.
Seems like everything she touches turns into a point.
14 serving 5.
Landing right there, passing through the 2 defenders at the back.
Mondoniedo goes to Tapia. Let's see who they go to this time to Ortiz. Boy Pambola. Mancheta doesn't get it. Back row. All day. Attack picked up. Another chance for Choco Mucho. Ortiz again! With a classic running spike.
Great distribution, execution of plays for the Flying Titans.
So nice, you have to see it twice. Micah Ortiz upping the lead to 10 points. And a timeout called by the Thunderbelles.
Lagi mo na, sabi ko, ulak dito eh. Anong ginawa mo? 5-6 times na. Oo, tayo ng open yan.
Still serving Maddie Madayag.
Maddie Madayag back at the service line. A huge 10-point advantage for Choco Mucho in set number 4. Wong. Santiago Manabat. Versosa picks it up. Tapia. Off the hands. Dina bumps it. Here comes Royce. And as you mentioned, ibigay mo lang.
Oo. Sabi niya, ako na bahala dito. But, you know, on a serious note, again, I think it is a matter of just really knowing where she wants to bring the ball.
Yeah, and we go to the second technical timeout. Choco Mucho up by 11. Tobino or not Tobino? That is the question of
Witty.
Choco Mucho. At ang sagot nila ay
Tubino. Oo, diba? But she has delivered the goods. Sabi natin kanina, no, magandang hugot, but she remained consistent, you know, throughout the sets that she's played. And we've mentioned this. Ano kaya yung kanyang attack efficiency? 50%.
Wow. That is
Imagine
a
that.
high percentage for Tobino.
19 out of the 38 attacks converted to points.
And what about Mandy Madayag just making a living out of that service line? Kanina pa siya dyan. (17-5) is the score.
Serving 5.
Mondoniedo to Pascual. Madayag saves it. The push. Back with the black shirts. Klo. And kept alive still by the Flying Titans. Molde keeping it alive. Wong goes back. And Honey Royce. So sweet, so good. 20 points off the bench for Tobino.
He must be loving this game. This time scoring a point off the block.
And we see the entry of Lorraine Pecaña for the first time here in the PVL. Their 11th overall pick out of Arellano University. Wong with a 1-2. Berzosa. Easy over. Dina. Free ball given up. Mondoniedo chooses Pascual. And it drops.
Good low set for Pascual. Although earlier in the huddle, Coach, you'd hear the frustration on Coach Jerry Yee's voice. Ang sinasabi niya kasi yung set karamihan nandun sa outside hitter. They've been read. The outside hitters have been marked. So we see the effort now on the side of the Thunderbelles to set more to the opposite spiker and the middle.
Rare error there for Tobino as she touched the net.
7 serving 18.
So she scored a lot of points. They have a comfortable lead at the moment.
This is a mountain to climb for Zus Coffee. Tamaru able to get a touch. Free ball given up. Ponce picks it up. Wong goes to Pecaña and down it goes. Welcome to the PVL. Lorraine Pecaña, her first point here in the professional league.
And all her teammates celebrating with her.
Serving for Choco Mucho, Tina Wong.
Once again to save it. Molde bumps. Sobra.
To be saan papunta yun? Or she tried, but again.
8 serving 19.
Sabi ni Molde, kahit
Oo.
ano kaya mo eh.
Oh, try ko lang.
Service. K. Pascual.
But no room to relax while they have such a big lead. Of course, you'd want to really end the set on a high note.
We'll let the crowd speak for Royce Tobino.
At this combination play.
Serving for Choco Mucho, Royce Tobino.
20-8. Saved by Wong. Din. There's a hole there in the middle.
1 point for Zus Coffee.
Zus Coffee. This will be a tough assignment for them dahil very comfortable at malayo na talaga yung score ng Choco Mucho. But we've seen this happen before, no? Kaya pa siyang habulin, but they need to be very steady. be needing more of that as well.
And Tamaru also at the 20-point mark, but took her a lot of attempts to get there.
But also, I think it's because she's been marked. Alam nila na if, you know, she's in the front line, the set will be given to her.
Off speed, doesn't work. Back set to Verzosa. Then saves it. Condoniedo sets up gamit. Boy pa. Molde goes up. Sends it wide.
Ball is out. Serving 20.
10 serving 20. Good coverage by Ponce. Pero wala na dun.
Oh, but great effort by Manabat with that pancake save.
Serving 20.
Eight-point game. Ancheta dives for it. Tamaru. Wong this time. No set up Molde. Doniedo is there for the pickup. Tamaru again with a spike.
She finds a bit more room with the blockers.
And this will force Coach Dante to call for time.
Mas tayo, ha?
Wala kang relax.
Oh, sige. Go.
Let's go. Choco Mucho. Aggressive ako sa dulo.
Sige lang pa tayo. Pasok ka, ha?
Sige lang. One stop tayo. One stop lang.
Timeout called there by Choco Mucho as the Thunderbelles on a mini run here. Not giving up just yet.
And Coach Dante, just a bit of wake-up call needed for his girls. Sabi nga nila, bawal mag-relax. They seem to be slowing down a bit with some errors here and there.
It's still alive. Oh, and Molde read that perfectly.
Down the line.
Great placement by Molde.
Calculating it right there. At babalik na si Micah Ortiz replacing Tecania. And her first point a while ago. 21-13. Mondoniedo sets up Tamaru.
Tamaru has adjusted very well already. Trying to find ways to score those points against a single block. Makes it much easier for her.
22 points now for her. Pascual was right there. Tamaru again. It drops.
Against a single block, sabi niya, I've got this covered. But no coverage right there behind Manabat.
He's got 23 points. Same as her total output against Signal.
So she has matched, may still be able to surpass.
And Molde will take a breather. We see the re-entry of Zoe Faki, who did not see action in the previous set. That service sails out. Coach Dante wants the reinforcement to get her momentum as well. The final 3 points, hopefully, but that gives some opening for Zus Coffee.
Things not falling into place for Choco Mucho. Ito yung sinasabi natin, panapos yung kailangan nila. They need to be able to end this set in a strong manner.
And you mentioned, Anne, that there have been games where nahahabol yung mga ganitong lamang. The Thunderbelles, not just yet, but Faki. Instant impact after taking that breather. Gets a point.
Looking to close this set, get this match.
To the delight of the Ube Nation. She serves Mondoñedo to Pascual. It's going to be a point.
Zus Coffee saying, not just yet.
Oh. They can't afford to go back and forth.
Yes.
Hindi pwedeng side out.
And you know, no room for errors for the Thunderbelles.
Oh.
As we say that.
And that error puts Choco Mucho at match point. On the verge of getting their first win here in the reinforced conference. And it's in the hands of their team captain, Maddie Madayag, 24-17.
Whew, even I am trying to hold on to my seat. But, you know, they may have had a slow start, but it was such a great turnaround. The strategy of the coaching staff, the change-up that they had made was effective.
Good first ball by Faki. Leads to the exact. Wrong goes to Micah Ortiz for the finisher. And the Choco Mucho Flying Titans are on the board as they get their first win here in the 2024 Reinforced Conference. This Panalo play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day, okay. And Micah Ortiz getting the job done for the Flying Titans as two teams meet center court.
14-25,
But Zus Coffee
25-19, and 25-18.
actually got set number one, and they played another good game for a team that's playing their first conference in the PVL. This is the future is bright for the Thunderbelles.
Oh, definitely. We have mentioned how this is a relatively younger squad. So it's the experience that you actually need, and that's what they're gaining from this. But on the other hand, we have here Choco Mucho, who may have started off slow, but again, as mentioned, eventually found their footing, found the right mix of players with the best chemistry that could give them the win in today's game.
And they take it in 4 sets over the Zus Coffee Thunderbelles. The Choco Mucho Flying Titans made their adjustments, brought in the players off the bench. Tobino, Santiago Manabat, but it's the best player of the game right now with our very own Lexi Rodriguez. Go ahead, Lexi.
Thanks, Dipanan. I am with our player of the game from the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, none other than our surging Super Sergeant Royce Tubino with 21 attack points and 50% attack efficiency. Royce, congratulations. I'm sure you and the rest of the Flying Titans are very happy. If merong isang bagay na you think was the most unexpected thing or the thing that challenged you the most during this game, sa tingin mo ano yun at bakit?
Siguro yung yung adjustments namin sa bawat isa kasi syempre may bagong mga tao kami, so may kulang kami na tao, so kailangan na mag-adjust, tsaka tulungan talaga sa court lagi. Ayun.
And syempre the first set, that was kind of a slow start for all of you, and then you trail on that first set, and on the second and third, of course, you guys dominated. If there's one thing that you've learned about yourself with today's games, highs and lows, what is it?
Siguro patient talaga sa kasama, patient sa loob ng court, at walang magsasawa, lalo na pag nag-e-air yung kasama. Supportahan mo kasi nobody's perfect na sabi ni Coach eh. Kailangan mo supportan yung kasama mo at saka lagi makinig sa coaches. So,
And last question, Royce. I need you to answer this. Is it a Tubino or is it a Tubies?
Siyempre, Tubino tayo.
Is there anyone that you'd like to greet your friends or your family?
Binabati ko yung family ko sa Zamboanga City, sa Dumaguete, at kay General Browner, kay General Galido, kay General Carrillo, kay Colonel Gabon, at kay General Gini. Thank you po sa suporta nyo at sa management ng Choco Mucho. Maraming salamat po kay Sir Alan, kay Sir Jojo, at kay Sir Rolly. Thank you at saka sa mga supporters ng Choco Mucho. Thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Royce, and to the rest of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Dip and Ann, let's wrap this up.
Thanks, Lexi. There you have it, the best player of the game. Royce Tubino, pero yes na yes as they get the win here. And our games will continue on Tuesday, still here at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. Galleries Tower will face Farm Fresh for the first match. Streamline will go up against Cherry Tigo at 3 p.m., followed by PLDT and next leg for the final match. Again, that's on Tuesday, July 30. We'll see you all here back inside the Phil Sports Arena. What a day for volleyball action here in the Reinforced Conference. Signal won the first game. Akari gets another reverse sweep. And the Flying Titans get their first win here in the tournament. On behalf of Lexi Rodriguez, my partner Ann Remulla Canda, our director Al Neri, this is Dip Bianco saying thank you for watching the PVL Reinforced Conference. This is the heart of volleyball.